All right, so now let's go ahead, go back, and Control B just so you have a little bit more space. And just underneath this closing section tag, we're going to add another section. So section, class equals section. Inside of here, we're going to have a div class container. Inside of here, we're going to have a div class of columns. PD is going to be padding. That's a custom class we're going to create. And then is desktop. And that is specific from Balma. Now also inside of here, we're going to have a div class of column. So this is a column inside of columns. So it is one. And this is in reference to that little cog icon that we have. So is one, by the way, is another way to structure the columns. You can either put like is 2/3 or is -1 through 12. So it's only one column. So we're just going to put is -1 and then has text centered in order to center that cog in there. All right. So inside of there, we put in our I for the actual Font Awesome icon. FA cog is the name, if you recall, and then is primary. All right. Then next we have another column. Just to save ourselves a little bit of time, I'll copy this. And this second column, we're going to make is -1 -3 -desktop. All right, so that's also there in the grid section of the Balma documentation. So adding a device like desktop here after the column size will make it specific only to that actual device size. All right, so inside of here, this is where we're going to put in just a P class of title. And we're going to make it bold because if you recall, this is what it looks like right here. We can just copy this stuff, paste it in. Actually, let's close out the closing P tag real quick. And inside of here, we'll paste that. And then finally, we'll copy this, one more column. And this we just simply put in column. It's one of the advantages of a Flexbox based layout. We can get rid of this class here and the strong. We're going to simply paste in some of that lorem ipsum text that we have. So I copied it off screen, paste that in there like that. All right, so it's save. And this is what that looks like. So it does need a little bit of work, which we'll fix in CSS momentarily. So let's keep on going and focus on the testimonials right here. All right, so after that part, we're not going to create a new section. We're just going to add just beneath the closing section right here, div class equals columns. I'm going to put our PD class, which we'll reference shortly. Div class equals column. Sorry about that. All right, and then this is also specific to Balma. So we created that card layout. So if we go back to the documentation, we go up to elements. I believe it's in elements. No, maybe it's in components. There we go, card. Here's all the information you need to know about that. So it gives you different HTML scenarios based on this result, if you want that type of card, or this type of card, or this type of card, which is more specific to what we want, although we're not going to have share buttons or anything like that. Nobody wants to share testimonials. So let's go back here. And the structure is div class card. Inside of here, we have div class equals card hyphen content. And then just our two text-based elements. So P class equals title. And I'll just close this out temporarily. And then P class equals subtitle. I'm just going to put in Gary Simon. So off screen, I'm simply going to copy and paste in just some default text. Let me go back to XD actually and do that. And this goes right here. Put a dash in front of my name. And then we're going to copy and paste everything from column. And that ends right there. 2 more times. So we have a total of 3 of them. So we'll save that. And with any luck, if your div structure is all correct, this is what we should have. So it kind of looks a little bit silly. Padding's not very good. So let's fix that with CSS. Come down here. And underneath our H2, we're going to reference our cog, because if you look back at the cog real quick, it doesn't look very good. It's so small and ugly looking. So let's go ahead and fix that. FA-cog is a class that's attached to it. Font size, we're going to make it 40 pixels. And then learn, that was a custom ID that we added. And desktop only, we're going to make a margin bottom of 2 rems. Let me save this just so we could see the result. There we go. We kind of push things down from the Learn More button right there to give it more even spacing. All right, let's also reference our PD class, and it'll be the final element. So on tablet only, it's going to be a padding of 2 EM and 0, or tablet and above rather, which is pretty much everything. So there we go. It spaces everything out. Awesome. So now let's check it and see how it looks and responds on mobile. Great. Works well. All right, so in the next section, we're going to focus on this fact page right here.